Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, Savings with Stephanie. A few weeks ago, I went over the 5 tips on how you can get started with saving in your monthly household expenses. Each week, I want to go over each one of those tips in a little bit more detail so that you can better understand each one of those. The very first tip that we went over was to have a budget and a plan. And today, that's what we're going to go over in a little bit more detail, the budget and the plan. If this is something you're interested in and something that you like, I would love to have you as part of my channel. It is free to subscribe. Just click on the red subscribe button below as well as the notification bell so that you can be notified when I post new videos. And if you like this, please give it a thumbs up. So let's get started on the budget and the plan. Why do you want to have a budget? Well, when you're new to couponing, it's so exciting. You're going into these stores and you're getting items so much cheaper than you've ever gotten them before. And you get really excited. But we don't want to do deals just to do deals. We want to make sure that we're strategically purchasing items that we need and that we're truly going to use. So we need to have a budget. We need to see exactly what we're spending our money on and how much we're spending. We don't want to start spending money or saving our money and then realize we're spending more than we were before because we're buying so many great deals on items that we don't truly need. So we need to have a budget. So let's get started and analyzing what your current budget is so we can see where our starting point is. So what I want you to do is take a look exactly how much money you're spending on your household items now. It may be a little difficult because if you were like me, I combined my household items in with my grocery budget. They kind of do go hand in hand, and there are times we are going to be saving on some grocery items. So I do combine mine. Some couponers like to keep them separate, but I do combine mine. It is just a matter of your preference and how you want to do it, what works best for you. So what I want you to do is I want you to take a moment, pause the video, and look at your budget. See exactly how much money you're currently spending on your household items and on your food items. Try to separate it out as much as you possibly can. Once you've seen that budget and you see how much money you're actually spending, I want you to think about, is that working for you? Are you getting the items that your family needs, or are you running out consistently? Are you running out of your basic household items? Are you running out of food each week and you're having to run back to the store to get items that you either forgot or you're running out of? We need to reevaluate all of your items and make sure that we're actually getting the items that we need. Okay, now you've analyzed your budget and you see exactly how much money you're spending. Some people, that might have been a shock. You might not have realized how much you're already spending on your basic household items and food budget each month. Now we want to look and see, what are our goals? What do we want to accomplish by couponing? And that can be different for everyone. Your goal could be that you want to save money in that budget. Your goal could be that you want to build a stockpile for your family. You want to make sure that you have at least 1 or 2 of extra items of everything in your household so that you're not having to run back to the store to buy items at full price that you could have gotten on sale. You could be wanting to build a stockpile so that you can resell these items to your friends and family and make a little extra income. Some people want to build a stockpile so they can donate it to either their churches or schools. Figure out what is your why. Why do you want to start couponing? Again, everyone's reason is going to be different, but you need to figure out what is the reason that you want to start couponing and write it down. Okay, now's the fun part. We're going to set the budget. So you're going to set a budget on how much you're going to start spending every single month on couponing. Now, again, this is going to be different based on the needs of your family and the size of your family. What a 2-person family might need versus a 5-person family is completely different. So you sit down and you figure out what works best for you. If your goal in couponing was to save money and you're currently spending, let's say, $600 a month, let's try to reduce that by, let's say, $100. Once you start couponing and you're seeing what items you're saving on and what items you're getting, you can reevaluate that. I do recommend reevaluating it every month and seeing exactly where you're at so that you can see where you're saving money at and kind of negotiate those prices down, or your budget down, I should say. The other thing I would also set a budget on is the items that you need. So for an example, laundry detergent. You know you go through one bottle of laundry detergent, say, a week. So you need 4 a month. So just put in your budget that you want to keep 4 in your stockpile, or try to keep 4 in your stockpile. So that way when you go to the store and you're couponing and you'll see the laundry detergent's on sale, you already have those 4 in your stockpile. There's no need for you to get more. So you want to make sure that you have that budget and you have that plan so that you're not overspending in your couponing budget every single month. For me, my couponing budget is $100 a month. That's all I allow myself to do. I every week coupon at 2 stores, CVS and Walgreens, every single week. Some weeks I go to Walmart depending on what the deals are. And if once I hit that $100 budget, I stop couponing. I do not go over that budget. So you set that budget for your family and see what you need. Again, you can adjust this budget as you go on. Okay, so now you might be asking, how can you keep track of this budget? Well, again, that can be personalized to what you like to do. I'll tell you how I like to do it. I keep an Excel spreadsheet. So when I go to my CVS or Walgreens hauls, I come back, I look at my receipt, I put the date, the store, I put the product value. So let's say a detergent was $12.99, but I ended up paying out of pocket $2. So I put how much the item would have been and how much I actually paid out of pocket. And so I keep up with both of those amounts, and I put that in my budget sheet every time I go couponing. I also do that with my food budget. Once I hit my budget, I don't go to the grocery store anymore and I don't go couponing anymore. So I prefer to use an Excel sheet. Some people don't like Excel. Some people would prefer to use a piece of paper, and that is fine. You just write down exactly how much you're spending out of pocket every single month. But I do recommend write down how much you're saving so you can also see the savings that you're having as well as how much you are spending. In the description below, I have attached 2 sheets that can help you with this. One is a budget sheet that you can use for your overall family budget. It encompasses everything in your budget, from your utilities, your cable, your food, mortgage, it's everything. If you're not already doing that, I do highly recommend doing that. It does help. The other one is for your coupon and budget. It's actually the sheet that I use. So I do have both of those attached below in the description that you can copy and you can use yourself so that you can keep up with your budgets in your coupon. Another question I get asked is a payment method. Again, this is however you would feel more comfortable. I've seen some couponers that use the Dave Ramsey method, which they actually have the envelope system where they put $100 in an envelope and they spend that at the store. So when they go couponing, they take that $100 and they spend it. When they run out, no more couponing. So they use cash only in an envelope system. That is great if that's what works for you. What I prefer to do is I use a PayPal debit card. So I did go to the PayPal site, I applied for the debit card, and I did receive that. I use that in all of my couponing hauls. The reason I prefer that is because most of the rebate apps like Ibotta, Swagbucks, they all will pay you to PayPal or send the money back to PayPal. So let's say I go to Walmart, I scan my card for $60, and then I submit my receipt to all of these rebate apps. I get the money back. The money goes directly to my PayPal account, which I can in return pay directly to my balance. That's the method I prefer to use. Neither one's right or wrong. It's just whichever one you're more comfortable with. All I would say is just to make sure you have a method and make sure you're tracking your spending. Whether it be you have a cash envelope system or if you use a certain card or a PayPal card. Whichever way, just make sure that you are tracking that spending, tracking your rebate money coming back in, and making sure that that rebate money is going back into that budget. As well as a budget, the other thing that we discussed was a plan. I plan out every one of my coupon hauls. Before I go into the store, type down every single transaction. I see what the deal is going to be, what manufacturer coupons or digital coupons that I have, and what the final price is going to be. And I see, is that really worth it? Do I really need to get that item for that final price? And then I go as far as seeing, for example, CVS, I have a $10 extra care buck that can pay towards this. So I go ahead and I have it all planned out. So when I go into the store, I know exactly what deals I'm going to look at, and I know exactly how I'm going to plan to purchase those deals. Can that sometimes go wrong? Yes. I might go into the store and they might be out of the item I was going to get, and that will mess up my whole transaction. And I might have to pivot a little bit, and that's perfectly fine. However, that doesn't happen that often. I do recommend to have a plan when you are going couponing. I also recommend having a plan when you're going grocery shopping. Don't just walk into the grocery store and walk up and down the aisles and throw things in the shopping cart. You don't know if you need it, but you're just going to get it. What I recommend is go ahead and make a meal plan. You can do it bi-weekly, you can do it monthly, however works for your family. But figure out exactly what you want, see what items you have and what items you need to make those meals, and try to go just for those items. Another thing I suggest is to use the apps. For example, Kroger or Publix both have apps that you can add the items directly to your cart, and you can see if there's any coupons available or deals. For example, I was just looking at Kroger earlier. If you bought 2 things of deli meat, you got a free loaf of bread. It just so happened I was getting deli meat and I was getting bread. I was just getting a different brand of bread, but because I saw that deal, I changed the bread and I got a free bread. So I do recommend using the apps when you're trying food shopping, so that you can utilize all the deals that you may not realize are going on while you're in the store. Another thing I would recommend is maybe keep a note on the refrigerator so that people can write down when you're out of things, or when that they would like to add things to the pantry, or if you're out of chips and the kids want chips for school, or if you're out of, let's say, bread again, you can just write that down. So again, you know exactly what items that you need, and you're not buying items that you do not need. All that to say, this is the reason why having a budget and a plan is extremely important when you're couponing. When you are buying items, I want you to ask yourself, is this a good deal? Is this something me or my family need, we can use, or can I resell or donate? If the answer is no, don't buy it. Do not do a deal just to do a deal. It's a waste of money, and it's also a waste of space in your house if it's something that you do not need. I really hope that this information is helpful for you, and it's a great starting place in your couponing journey. I would love for you to comment below some of the things that you've learned here, or something that you want to start implementing in your couponing journey. I am going to be doing some more videos on the other 4 tips that I had went over in my first video in the weeks coming up. I'm so glad that you guys found me, and I look forward to more videos and more couponing hauls with you. I hope everyone has a